as we come now to our main event, David Tua trying to make a comeback in the heavyweight division against the journeyman Garing Lane. And this is not so much about Garing Lane. This is all about David Tua, I think. This is a guy that is running out of chances here.
Oh, absolutely. And it's a very dangerous fight for David Tua. You know, in this fight, David Tua has everything to lose. All the eyes are on him. He is supposed to win this fight. This is a fight that he should look good against. And Garing Lane is a very difficult fighter to look good against. Garing Lane in the opposite corner has everything to gain. He's a fighter that if he could pull out a shocking surprise over someone like a David Tua, he would get a big money fight of this. Tua has been up to the top of boxing. He has fought for the heavyweight championship of the world. He cannot wait to get back there, and he cannot allow it to come down to the level of a fighter like a Garing Lane. Lane is he's a circuit fighter. Lane is a fighter who has been around the block, and he has been a warrior and a survivor throughout his career. David Tua has been an eagle throughout his career. He's really grown into a championship fighter, and he wants to prove that in this match tonight. You cannot allow somebody like Garing Lane to hang in there with you.
And he says it's a new David Tua that you're going to see. It's not going to be the David Tua that was in there in the two fights we were in. He not only disappointed himself, he disappointed a lot of his own supporters. Can a fighter really change that much? Can there be a new David Tua, if you will?
You learn more from your losses than you ever learn from your wins. Early in his career, David Tua was a seek and destroy type of fighter. Nobody was going the distance with him. He was knocking everyone out. Then all of a sudden, people started going the distance with him, and he started picking up losses. Now he is back, but he learned in those losses, I can't knock everyone out. He learned I've got to be able to take my time. I've got to be able to have the stamina that man has. Garing Lane, 27-2 with 11 KOs. Not a great record, but I'm telling you, the man knows how to survive in the ring. He knows his way around the ropes and around the canvas.
Yeah, I think you made the most cogent point, and that is that Garing Lane is one of those fighters that it's very tough to look good against. Let's meet him now. We go to the center of the ring.
Three special friends in attendance tonight here at Feather Falls Casino. We'd like to introduce you to them. First off, the ¡1 ranked lightweight in the world according to the World Boxing Council. The #1 contender. How about a nice hand for Juan Lozcano. The former World Boxing Association Junior Welterweight Champion of the World from Sacramento. How about a nice hand for Loreto Garza. And last but not least, a young man who next will be in action February 5th in Tokyo, taking on the very rugged Osamu Sato. His record 28-0, 13 KOs from Sacramento. He is the WBC Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Guillermo Hollin. Now, ladies and gentlemen, for all of our friends watching coast to coast on the HD net, we'd like to welcome you once again to the beautiful Feather Falls Casino here in Oroville, California, as America Presents and Don Chargan Productions give you the main event, the one you've been waiting for. Man your battle stations and prepare for impact. This is scheduled for 10 rounds of action in the heavyweight division. Sanctioned by the California State Athletic Commission, our three judges assigned to ringside are Terry Smith, Steve English, and John Shorley. The man in charge of all the action, Marty Salmon. Now, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first, fighting out of the red corner. He wears black. He weighed in at 290 rounds. His record, 20 victories, 11 knockouts, 27 losses, 2 draws from Hillcrest, Maryland. Here is Garing Lane. And his opponent fighting out of the blue corner, he wears black trimmed with white, weighed in at 247.5 pounds. He has 38 wins, 33 by knockout, and just 3 losses. From South Auckland, New Zealand, here is David Tua.
Okay, David, Garing, these trunks are a little high. That's not a low blow. Okay? Both other rules want a good clean bout. Touch gloves, come out boxing the bell. Good luck.
A couple of pretty good-sized lads in this one, David Tua and Garing Lane, and here are the numbers on these two, as the record, of course, of David Tua, 38 up and 3 down, compared to Garing Lane's 27 and 2, and Tua with much more pop, 33 knockouts to Garing Lane's 11. 291 pounds is Garing Lane, and if the truth be told, I've seen him much bigger than that.
Oh, look at that. That didn't take long. The first round. Garing Lane, we're wondering which lane he's in right now.
The fast lane.
Fast exit lane.
And Tua right on him. And Lane may not make it. Big shots by Tua. And Lane goes down again.
Tua just exuding the confidence of a terrific heavyweight fighter, Lane. Really growing old, punch by punch.
And Lane still doesn't have it together.
Confused Garing Lane to try to hold on. Big right hand, just on the side of his jaw. Tua, his big power is in the right cross. He says his style is aggressive. Exciting, absolutely. I like to brawl. And working on mental focus, you don't need much mental focus when you knock your opponent out. You can keep this up.
Garing Lane would be well served just to lay in there just as he is right now and survive in this first round.
Hold on, tie up. Grab the hands of Tua. David Tua has big power punches. Horseshoes in his fists. I have seen him knock out big heavyweights. Oh, one punch.
Well, he almost did it tonight. Almost did it with the first punch of the fight. Lane caught that one on the gloves.
Got that one on the chin. That's what I like David Tua too. Just come out and start punching. Don't box around. Don't set up your. Just get out there and fight. And he does.
Well, and that was the criticism in his two big fights, that he didn't do that.
Yes. And then he punched himself out.
Left hand, and that hurt Garing Lane.
Well, you can hear the pounding of the punch. You can hear the moan from the crowd. This arena's so small, and the crowd right on top of it, you see them in the background, they feel every punch. Oh, he's standing right in there. Third man left referee. Good start from David Tua. Garing Lane did everything he could to survive this round.
And somehow he did.
Wow, that's some of the experience of Garing Lane. David Tua right to work. There is Kevin Berry. There is the doctor in the corner of Garing Lane.
Taking a long look. And they will let this continue. Looking. Don't one Lane on you. Old new trainer. Of David Tua.
The victory over Evander, the real deal.
That may be a whole new career here for you.
It's my time. It's my time out. This is my time.
The 84 Olympics has become a trainer, a terrific trainer too. Here he is. One of the two knockdowns. I believe this is the first one. Bingo! Right on the chin with the left hook. The big powerful punch. Tua just on the button and go get him. David Tua. Look at these combinations. David Tua fighting right there like he has so much confidence, gaining in strength, gaining in abilities.
And at that point, it just didn't look like Garing Lane had a prayer of getting through the first round. But somehow he survived. Round two.
Tua. Wow, they would love to get an early knockout in this fight from Tua. Tua looking ahead to a January 12th fight with Phil Jackson. He would like to fight Ray Mercer. Mercer was scheduled to fight Mike Tyson. That fight canceled because Tyson wants to go and fight Lennox Lewis. So that could be a very interesting matchup between Tua and Ray Mercer.
I think Mercer really has reinvented himself. He's as good as I've ever seen him be.
And he is tough. You know what? He's learned, too, the way that David Tua has learned. He's learned by his mistakes. Ray Mercer has. No one wants losses in boxing. The truth is, you learn more from your losses than you do from your wins.
That's a lot of fighters. I remember Mike Tyson telling me, I'm never going to know how good I am until I lose. And unfortunately, maybe we found out.
Unfortunately, that ruined him, in my opinion. But it's true. Trainers can tell you things to do, but you don't follow the instructions. You get beat, and you're like, wow, it really didn't work that way. Like a young kid at 15, Mark Twain said, as a young kid at 15, his father didn't know anything. His father kept telling him things, didn't know anything. By the time he was 19, he said, it's amazing how much my father learned. Yeah, that's right. Garing just hanging in there. Oh, he is tough. The young force of the body, you see it. Look at that body. Great target down there. Garing, sure a nice guy. I don't know. They call him the freight train. He's an opponent to the stars. You name him, he's fought him.
Oh, there's been a couple of them that he's had a chance of beating. And I think when you get that reputation as an opponent or a sparring partner, which Garing is both, you just don't know how to win.
You know, there's a phrase in boxing used around the gym we call it sparring partner syndrome. Fighter has this disease. They're trying to recover from it. They cannot win. Sparring partners get paid to take a beating every day in the gym. They're paid well to take a beating, just to hang in there for the good fighter, for the one who can pay a sparring partner, to blast them out. And unfortunately, in the ring with them, that's what Garing has. He is sparring with some of the best fighters in the heavyweight division. Yes, he is. Hard with Mike Tyson, with Rick Ball, Ray Mercer, Razor Ruddock. So now it's up to Tua to show us how much he's improved and how good he is to force a KO.
Now it's going to be interesting to see what Tua can go. Tua's a lot less active in this second round.
He always going to be. He said he was going to be good. He said he was going to come out the first round, take control, and then try to come back and learn.
Lane trying to punch back and did get a couple of shots into the body.
David Tua for the first time feeling Lane's pain. And here is Lane using his heavyweight prowess to muscle around David Tua. You know, he outweighs him by what, 40 pounds? Muscle him around, push him around in there, make him tired.
On the way in. And lay in on your man too. I mean, George Corner made a career out of just wearing just by laying on it.
Make your opponent arm whenever you use everything you have to, in a fight, you have to utilize everything that you have, everything you've learned at this point in your life, you have to use to win fights. For that man, David Tua, he wants knockouts. He says now, if Kevin Berry only, as Kevin Berry calling all the top shots, he shaved his head to show this is a new David Tua. Remember, he had the mohawk before, and he went home to Samoa, and his parents said, you're scaring the grandchildren. You gotta shave your head. So he shaved his head because he didn't want to scare the grandkids. Took a shot to the body by Lane. Okay. You know, Lane has been around this sport of boxing for a long time. He knows his way in and out of the ring.
Left hand, but did not back up Garing Lane that time.
49 fights in his career. 41 for Tua. Tua man.
fights.
So he's been on a lot of those.
He is a little.
Good combination from Lane. Lane took this fight, he said, I'm feeling familiar. Garing Lane is a Timex fighter. He takes a licking and keeps on cooking.
Tua is not able to back him up quite as easily as he did in the first round.
What I would like to see from David now are some explosions. You know what you do is you slow your opponent down to a walk like they are now, and then you explode real hard, real fast combinations, and the fight may be over. You hope that they land. And Couture is one of them can land.
Shut down, right hand behind him.
Look at the calves of David Tua. He is so powerful.
Those aren't calves, those are like cows.
I don't think in his calves are full. Wow, look at these hot giants. Tua and this crowd appreciate the hard hit. They appreciate the toughness from Garing Lane. One of the few times Garing Lane enters a fight that he's taller than his opponent. Both of them listed at 5'10". But Garing Lane, I think, a little bit taller. 9 seconds of the third.
And Garing Lane is still here.
It is hard to knock out people, and it's even harder to knock out people that are 50 pounds heavier than you. You can knock him out and the extra weight.
Well, he got to Garing Lane early, and in this round he did hit him with a couple of pretty good shots. There's Lane with some action.
Lane tries. I've seen him so many times, and he has a lot of heart as a fighter. Just not the skills to carry it out. And obviously he doesn't spend enough time in the gym. The big uppercut from Tua to end the round. There's a look at Garing Lane. Garing Lane has his front teeth missing, his 2 front teeth. Said when he was 11 years old, he got run into by a police car. He said it knocked him down. When he got up, he stood up, the policeman came up and said, "What are you doing? You killed my car." It made the car died. The cop's car died whenever he ran into it. So he started boxing at 350 pounds, got into boxing just to try to lose weight, and now he's all the way down to 291. Just think, when he gets up to 40 wins, he'll be down to maybe 220.
Actually, as I said, I've had a few of his fights over the past several years, and I have seen him be a lot bigger than he is right now.
Svelte. He's svelte Garing Lane tonight. Good right hand from Tua.
But Lane isn't going backward anymore. I think that first round he might have caught Lane cold.
Yeah, a lot of things that these veteran fighters do, the sparring partner type fighters that Lane is, what they do is they don't warm up. They just use the fight to warm up, and then they have that much more energy during the fight. Why waste your energy back in the dressing room? The good fighters know a fast start on those veteran, aging fighters is useful. Big uppercut from Tua. Is frustration setting in from David?
Well, he's hitting just as hard as he was early in the fight, but Lane is not going anywhere.
Lane knows what to expect now. Garing's trying to roll with the punch. Not that first round, he's going to roll with the punch on the canvas.
Tua just kind of laying in there now.
The same speed. Remember what I was talking about the last round? The way you get knockouts is you slow your opponent down, you impose your will on him, and then you explode. If he thinks he's going to be knocked out, first round, an explosion from Tua. Garing didn't know that. That was a good right hand and a good left hook from David. Garing is he's really steadfast right now. Tired, but wants to hang in there.
those fights that is difficult for David Tua, if only in the sense that it's almost a lose-lose for him. If he knocks Garing Lane out, that's what he's supposed to do. If he goes the distance with him, then the skeptics start talking.
Everything to lose and very little to gain. The only way he would gain in this fight is had he been able to stop Garing Lane in the first round. It would have been the only gain for Garing Lane. The only gain for fighting Garing Lane. I'm going to rehearse my ad-libs again.
That was good, though. You were all around it.
Maybe you got the message. Lane, two combinations from him.
Well, Lane not doing much, but surviving.
Well, that was Garing Lane. There's Garing Lane. Lane on the ropes. James Flowers, Billy Cherokee, over there in that corner with Garing Lane. James Flowers, former fighter in the ring, talking to him there.
Every time you get off, he check you first. Right? He don't hit you hard. He check you. Then he come back. What you do is grab right down, then you explode right there. Boom, boom, right back. Okay? You don't have to take the time of the combination. All right?
Young man,
Set up with your
looking at these kind of fighters, also inspires them because they never had to work hard. It was coming in front. We had one fighter, this guy stopped getting hit. He couldn't make it blind. He would get hit. And
That's the guy you want to fight.
but it's like absurd. It's so wrong to fight that way. I admired them because they never had to work out, and they were just tough. They were just durable. They hung in there. They went the distance. But the careers never really blossomed. What Tua wants his career to do is he wants the next level.
I think there's such a thing too as too much of that bravado. I mean, here's a guy, Garing Lane, who has all of that you spoke of, but he's 20 and 27, and you just hope he's not walking around on his heels 10 years from now.
Certainly a terrible thing about the sport. There are some fighters who are walking around on their heels. Some of them still fighting. some of them sitting right next to you doing broadcast.
No.
No, I'm at the other side. I'm kidding. Garing Lane with the right hand.
Yeah, pretty good one too. It stopped Tua on the way in.
This has been the problem with Tua. He's punched real hard at times and then he stopped. And without a sustained attack in this heavyweight division, it's impossible to be competitive in that top 10.
Tua is letting Garing Lane get brave here. So this is what I was saying about Garing Lane before. I remember I had him in a fight against Jeremy Williams. He had Jeremy Williams beat. He just didn't finish it. He wound up getting knocked out.
Sparring partner syndrome. Just do enough to lose. You know, I promise, it hurts to get hit in the body. It hurts. There's no pain to it. Or you get, like the fight that I was telling you about, you get hot off of it. You hit the body, it smarts. You feel it for days.
There you go.
And it's easier to hit your opponent in the body. Body's soft, chin is hard, head is hard. David Tua must go downstairs to the body if he wants to knock out in this fight. Lane knows how to take it upstairs.
Yeah, he really is, because Tua just hit him a good left hand and a good right hand again right there. Another left hand, and Lane is still right there.
You know what he does is he locks his jaw. When you clench your teeth, you lock your jaw and you bite on that mouthpiece, you take a better punch.
Another good left hand, another good right hand, and Lane's still there.
Also, gritting your teeth like that, scientists have shown that it shoots a shot of adrenaline into your stomach. That gives him a little bit more energy.
Lane pushes Tua off him, but then lays back on the ropes.
Lane is tough. I don't know if I'm going to be that tough. No. You know, he has utilized those ropes too. What those veteran fighters do is they lay up against the ropes. Remember Ali did this, the rope-a-dope, he used the ropes and allowed for George Foreman to punch himself out, and he fought George Foreman. If Garing Lane had Ali's ability and Ali's power, his punches, they could win this fight.
And again, a good combination from Tua. Tua hit him with everything that time.
Look at this also. Garing Lane ends up in his own a foul right above Garing Lane's own corner. And Tua scoring, Lane just doing everything he can to hang on there, but then he sits right down.
It's got to be getting frustrating, I think, to David Tua.
No, it's extremely frustrating. You know, he's been working on his knockout power, knockout punches, and everything to do to knock out people. He's working on his strength. Sometimes strength doesn't knock people out.
10 rounds.
There's a look at James Flowers.
You don't know if you play.
Flower this one up.
I think he's trying to tell him, look, you've survived. Now go out there and try to do some business on this guy.
Just throw some punches. Tua's going to be right in front of you. David doesn't box. Tua once again coming up, starting fast on the attack. Look at the broad shoulders of Lane. The problem is the broad bodies of Lane. I like Garing Lane. He's a nice man. And he got his money's worth out of those pumps.
Yes, he did. He could have those made into curtains.
Look, man.
Well, Tua's really working him. Tua's doing everything. He's hitting him with hard punches, left hands, right hands, and Garing Lane's still there.
You know, it's so vital to a heavyweight to get knockouts against the fighters like Garing Lane. Once you can knock out the survivor veterans, that's when you start raising eyebrows in the sport of boxing. People start taking note.
Three-punch combination, and again, Garing Lane's still there, back to the ropes.
Garing Lane knocked out the last time. Really balanced right there.
Body work, that's not that too.
27 losses has been stopped. The plate's Lane. He says it's no secret, that's the way I fight.
He's taking everything that Tua can offer. Now he goes back, lays on the ropes here. Pretty tight stuff off for 291 pounds. That was a good round.
He could put so much power into it if he had enough energy to do that. But too much time at the training table, not enough time at the training gym.
Nice combination there. Double left hand and then a right.
And you can hear that shot. It's echo in your head for years.
Good body work. That practically doubled Lane up. And Lane has gotten through another round. He's not winning any of them, but he's getting through it.
He's hanging in there. Tua turned it up that round. He landed some good hard shots. See the combinations together from Tua, mixing the attack, going downstairs and up. Garing Lane is just full of grit and determination. Another angle downstairs and up. Lane would rather get hit in the chin than the body. He flinches for those body shots, head punches. Just shake them off.
Push him off like you do.
He doesn't have the power.
Turn him, when you get to the rope, run around, pull him back, okay? Run it back.
Tough is on good. Garing Lane, wow.
Doesn't win any rounds. He's going to have to go knock David Tua out. He's a big enough guy. You would think he had a little pop, but he's only had 11 knockouts in his career. So big as he is, Watching the debut presentation of boxing here on HDNet.
Well, the last stoppage for him came in his last fight back in March. Tony Harney in Copenhagen. Tim Noble before that in December of 2000.
That was a good left hand, and that did hurt Garing Lane.
Mixing the attack like this helps so much for David Tua because it brings the hands down of Lane. There's a big right hand. Lane doesn't want to get hit in the body. Oh, here goes.
I mean, that Tua actually left his feet. That was the force of that punch, and Garing Lane's still there. It's getting to the point, though, Sean, that you can be too good.
Absolutely. At some point, Marty Salmon looking in there, veteran referee, he may say that that's enough of this. You know, Lane hasn't won a round. I would question whether he's won the minute of one round. He hasn't had a sustained attack. But see what Lane does is he goes the distance here, and then he'll fight in a couple of months or a couple of weeks in another city. Somebody else will try to take him out. He's had himself with David Tua.
He's really taking some real
Frustration setting in. David Tua getting frustrated, but he's not able to knock somebody out like Garing Lane. I heard you said that Garing Lane is very tough. I'm going to certainly be indicative of this fight.
But again, I think you can only applaud bravery so much. It borders on stupidity.
What am I doing? Why aren't I winning these fights? Why am I in them? These are punches you're going to feel for the rest of your life. These punches don't end. He'll feel these tomorrow. He'll feel these the next day. The second day, the third day is usually okay, but the second day back, the second day after a fight is when you really feel it. Oh, you don't feel like getting out of bed. Oh, you hurt all over. And the third day, you start to think that's exciting.
Take a right hand from Tua. I feel like I'm being redundant here.
Every round, that is a Garing Lane fight.
That's the end of 7, and Garing Lane just absorbing a horrific beating and still standing there. Well, you're watching the debut presentation of America Presents Boxing on HDNet. We hope the start of a long series and a long relationship. Barry Tompkins, Sean O'Grady, ringside here at the Feather Falls Casino in Oroville, telling you all about it. Again, can't say enough about this crowd. Very knowledgeable crowd, really into the thing here. Really nice.
And they appreciate good fighting, and they appreciate the toughness and the durability of Garing Lane. David Tua with his strong combinations. This is David Tua, who's a powerful puncher. And they see that. They see the heart in both of these fighters. Both of them real warriors. David Tua. Got into boxing at the age of 9. His father, Afatuto, was a boxer and took him to the gym. He said he didn't like it at first. Then when they moved to New Zealand, he said, I took it up again and I liked it. He says, I was 12 years old. He went 80-6 as an amateur before turning pro. That's in 1992 against Ron Hines, and he knocked him out in the first round.
Olympic medal. And was a guy that actually was a pretty good rugby player and even played cricket in New Zealand.
He opened his career, David Tua did, with 9 straight KOs before his first victory by decision. That against Christina Winwright.
Lane fighting in the center of the ring for one of the few times in this fight.
David Tua turned pro at 204 pounds. Garing Lane turned pro at 276 pounds in 1991. When started the fight. Right now it's probably about 246. He is taking a whopping. He was getting pounded. I'll tell you, he can take a shot. He said David Tua was going to come out and blast it first. He's just a power puncher. So I respect him, but he has no stamina. And we find out David Tua does have some good stamina.
Yeah, you have to say David Tua has come here in excellent shape. I mean, he's not slowed down. His punches still have a lot of sting to them. Right there.
But again, I would like to see the combinations put together. Yes, he's a real hard puncher. One punch. That's when Garing Lane recuperates. You've got to put twos and threes together. And these little punches like this really take his steam, so he can't throw those real hard punches and combinations. That has been the knock on David Tua.
A couple of punches off the ropes.
Oh, you know, Garing Lane is tired. Oh, I feel for him. I feel his pain. Oh, it's so tiring. Muscles tighten up, you get sore, you get real tender on the guard.
I think that's it. I think he wanted
So it's over. It stopped.
Well stopped.
Yeah, nice job. Marty Salmon, the referee, said, yes, that's enough. Garing Lane not even in this fight. Garing looking for a few extra minutes. Just too much power, too many times. Lane showing that he's too tough. Sympathy call. Nice call from Garing Lane.
just wore him out.
Marty Salmon, a terrific referee. I've had my eye on Marty for a long time. Knows what he's doing in the ring. Takes command. And here's what happened. The pressure had been applied throughout this fight. And watch the overhand right. Lands to the side of the head. Garing Lane said, oh, that's enough. It's still echoing. Wow, and down he goes.
I think that's it. You can see him start to tilt a little bit to his right. I think his legs just suddenly said, that's it, I'm not holding up under this any longer.
The leaning tower of Lane.
Yeah, I think so too. And the fight was well stopped. You know, you could have had the same result 5 rounds ago. He's dead game, but you can only say that and praise so many times. Garing Lane playing the part of the opponent here and going into the 8th round before just being overwhelmed by the bigger and he's bigger in terms of punching power and certainly stronger David Tua. Right now, let's go to Jim Hall. We'll make it official.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout ends at 2 minutes and 35 seconds of the 8th round. Winner by knockout, David Tua-Man Tua.
Well, David Tua runs it to 38-3 and picks up his 34th knockout along the way. And it was not an easy night for David Tua. It looked like it was going to be a very short one as he knocked down Garing Lane with literally the first power punch of the fight. But Garing Lane survived the 2 first-round knockdowns and went on into the 8th round, took a horrific beating on the way. We go to the center of the ring, Sean O'Grady with the winner. Sean?
Thanks, Barry. David Tua, congratulations. You fought tough guys before. Was he the toughest?
It had to be because I tell you what, he was a tough. Yeah, he took some shots. He's a tough guy. He's a veteran. Like he's been around with many of the greatest names in the sport. But first and foremost, God, I give you back all the glory. Tough time.
And in this fight, it looked as though in the 4th and 5th round, some frustration set in by you. Were you at all upset that you weren't able to take him out, especially with that fast start?
I was frustrated, but then I came back to the corner and Kevin, we've been working so hard for this fight. And I came back to the corner and Kevin said, look, you're just going to have to put your punches together. He's a tough guy. He's not going to go nowhere. So it's a matter of picking your shots, work off that jab, and just work on the things that we've been working on in the gym.
How far are you away from championship form?
Sean, I just work my way up to the top again, one fight at a time. I'm in no hurry. Everything happens for a reason.
January 12th?
Yeah, I've got another fight coming up the 12th of January, and I'm just looking forward to that.
And you want to fight Ray Mercer too, I've heard. Well, that'd be a terrific. Barry and I were talking about that would be a terrific matchup.
it'll be a good fight. I have a lot of respect for Ray, regardless of how his life has been through. But we'll just have to wait and see.
Ray Mercer as tough as Garing Lane. How about that? The Tool man, David Tua, gets the victory. 8th round, Barry.
All right, thanks, Sean. He wins it. It was not easy, as Garing Lane proving to be a pretty tough nut to crack, but finally he did in round number 8. Tua is a winner. Little bonus action when we come back.